How's it going, everybody? My name is Melanin Rebirth, and in this video, I want to talk about how to let go of someone you love. Now, this is not the easiest video to sit here and talk about. Letting go of letting go of somebody that you truly love, or somebody that you feel was meant to be in your life. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's very difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say just let go and boom, you're just not going to feel it anymore, because that's definitely not what happens. There's a lot of psychological things that can get in the way of you letting go of that person. But I really want to help you let go in a healthy manner and know that you're not in this alone, and kind of give you a new perspective of the art of letting go. Okay? So, before I get started, I want to credit these steps that I'm going to share with you from a guy named Tony Robbins. Most of y'all have heard of him, I would think. And if you haven't heard of him, be sure to look up his name. I will also leave a link in the description to this article that I read from him, which inspired me to make this video. I also want to give credit to a wonderful motivational speaker. She goes by Abraham Hicks, and she is very good with helping people get through their psychology issues and stuff like that, human stuff. So anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So what does it mean to let go and move on? Now, letting go and moving on is the simple act of not being worried about that person and really getting back and focus on your purpose, on your mission, on your goal in life. Realizing that there's more to life than that one person. See, the universe tells us things about ourselves all the time. And let's say if you were trying to chase after this person that is clearly giving you signs that they don't want you in their life, or they don't want you to chase after them, then you need to take those signs. There was a fabulous quote by Maya Angelou that went along the lines of, if somebody shows you who they are, you better believe them. And chasing after somebody could be very toxic. You gotta understand, if it was meant to happen right now, then that person will be all for you. You wouldn't have to chase. They will come to you. So keep that in mind. Understand that there's a reason why this person may not be acting the way you want them to act. There may be a reason why you feel as though you need to cling on to them, because there's an insecurity within yourself that you have not resolved yet. And that's reflecting back off of the person that you have attracted. You have to understand everything is energy. So the act of letting go and moving on is simple as the sentence, let go and move on. Like I stated at the beginning of the video, that is not easy to do, because you're going to think about the good times. You're going to think about how you can control this person and chase them. But if you do that, they're going to run away from you even more. Okay? Know that life is going to keep on going, whether if you like it or not. Now, one thing that you have to notice about life is you have to be able, if you want to live a peaceful, happy life, you have to be able to go with the flow, pretty much. Okay? So that kind of goes to trusting the universe. Trust the universe. Know that the universe sees that you have love for this person, that y'all have had moments with each other, that y'all have had bonding experiences. The universe sees all the good things that you can offer to this person, but it also sees your insecurities. It also sees the stuff that you need to work on within yourself, so that you can be able to attract that kind of love back to you. You see? So once you are able to let go and trust the universe, that's where I believe the magic happens. Now, that is easier said than done. Okay? But when you can find a way to get out of your own way and really place your desires of relief on a higher pedestal than you place that person, that's when you're going to be able to really let go. So I don't want you to get stuck into this mindset of being fixated on a person that's not worried about you, that is not for you. And all the signs have told you that this person is not for you. So know that it is very important to trust the universe. Trust the universe. Trust yourself. All right, so let me see if I can fix this screen. Okay, so trust the universe. Like I said, the universe is not punishing you or blessing you. The universe is responding to the vibrational attitude that you are emanating. Know that everything is energy. I always say that at the beginning of my videos. Everything is energy. So as above, so below. You literally radiate the energies that you think. They radiate around you. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Now that you are conscious that you do this, you are aware that you can do this, it is time for you to take action to write your story, to change the narrative. Okay? So once you trust the universe and understand how to go with the flow of life and be like water, you're going to see some things happen. Now, I remember there was a time, and my Venus is in Taurus, so if you know about astrology, that you know it's hard for people with Venus in Taurus to get over people. Believe me. I think one thing that has saved me a lot is having that strong moon in Aries, because those people are they're resilient. Those are the warriors. So I'm glad I'm able to tap into that. But Lord knows, in my younger days, it was hard. Like, I'm talking like middle school, high school. It was hard for me to like get over somebody. It would take like a good 3 years pretty much. But I think the older I'm getting, I'm being able to be more headstrong and really understand how powerful the universe is. So, long story short, I had fell in love with somebody in middle school, and pretty much they didn't want anything to do with me, scared of me pretty much. And I ended up running back into that person in college. And it was interesting because along that process, I did learn to let go and really let go and wish nothing but the best for that person. And I really wanted to see them succeed. It was no hard feelings. It was actually a lesson learned, and I began to look at it from a spiritual way. And I ended up running into that person again, and the energy was very different. The love haven't went away, but it was a more healing love that really resonated with me. So I didn't know that I was going to run into that person again. I just let them go. But seeing them, periodically throughout my life is like a reminder, like, damn, the universe is it's powerful. So you just got to be patient, pretty much. So I like inspirational quotes. When you have faith in the universe, you can do less and attract more. So more patience, less action. So if you're somebody, it's hard, like you you just spaz out, or you're somebody that just constantly thinks like, I need this person, I need this person, I need this person. That is not going to last for that long. Like, the universe is not going to give you that person. It's going to push it out even more. It's going to make the person even actually resent you. Okay? So understand that you need to be like water. You need to be like water. Um, the mind is like water. When it's turbulent, it's difficult to see. So let's say if I'm looking in the water, I'm looking at my reflection, I take my hand and mess all through the water. That's going to mess up my vision. I'm not going to be able to see myself clear. But when the water is calm, everything becomes clear. So most people that are very spiritually inclined, they meditate a lot. And it helps clear the mind. It helps get grounded. It helps get perception, perspective on a clear level, and really put things into perspective as to why things are going the way they are, and how, like, pretty much look at the bigger picture, pretty much. So you must be like water. Okay? You must flow with life, flow with the journey. Don't get too caught up and this person and that person. Really see yourself. Okay? Sit still. Okay? The next thing is to get out of your own way. I like this meme because it says, if you could get out of my way, that would be great. And that's the same kind of attitude that I feel like you should have for yourself. If you can just get out of your own way, that will be so awesome. And if I can fit this slide into this framework, that would be awesome too. Anyways, if you can get out of your own way, that would be great. Okay? So I'm going to give you 6 steps to pretty much get out of your own way and get back on track to your awesome life, your awesome story. A lot of the times you have to realize that you cannot be in your movie, you cannot be a fan of a celebrity. Okay? So you can't place somebody, if you place somebody on a pedestal, then they're going to think they're a celebrity and they're going to treat you like a fan, pretty much. I heard that quote from somewhere and it really stuck with me. So I think it goes along the lines of, if you treat somebody like a celebrity, they're going to treat you like a fan. Okay, so realize that your life, you are the star of your own movie. Okay. So with that being said, you shouldn't be focusing on somebody else's movie to the point that you are idolizing over them. You put them on this high ass pedestal and they don't belong there. They have not done anything to be there. They have constantly let you down, and that's why you feel as though you need to let them go. Okay? If they're not taking you anywhere positive, anywhere that's helping you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, if they're doing damage to you, you need to let them go. So I'm going to teach you how to get out of your own way, pretty much. Okay. So before I do so, I want to ask a question, and the question is pretty much, how do you create specifically what you want and be letting go at the same time? And that's very tricky, And that's part of letting the universe do what it does, and you do your part. So if you do the inner workings inside and really show the universe that you are letting go, that you are learning these laws, that you are practicing them, the universe is going to reward you. Okay? So, that's that was kind of my little rant when I said that I had fell in love with somebody whenever I was in middle school and loved them. Like I really loved them. Like I really do. Like I really did still do unconditionally. But I was put to the test of letting go. Because if you really love something, you have to let it go. And if it comes back, then that's how you know. And so when I did that, that person did come back. But when I saw that person, I still loved them, but it was a different kind of love. It was an understanding love. It was a universal love. It wasn't like a possessive love. And that's something that some people struggle with, especially if they have those Scorpio energies, those Taurus, those Leo energies, especially in their Venus. It could be hard to let go of somebody. So trust me, I know. My Venus is in Taurus and my Venus is in the 8th house. So, yeah, I can vouch for it. It's not that easy, but I guarantee you, if you get out of your own way, you're going to be able. I mean, if you get out of your own way and start consciously applying these tips, it's going to be able to help you in the long run. Okay, so let's get into it. Finally, the 6 steps to letting go and moving on. Now, practical. Of course, you want to talk to somebody about this. Don't think that you're too good not to talk to somebody. And the anxiety can seep in whenever you are not talking to somebody, you're not expressing what's going on. As long as you're talking to somebody and letting them know, and it doesn't even have to be somebody, it can be your dog. You can talk to your dog if you're going through something. If you're not somebody that can really confide in friends or family members, because you feel as though they're gonna talk about you behind behind your back, which unfortunately some relatives do, then talk to your pet. Your pets can be your best concubine at times. So talk to your pet. I talk to my cat all the time. He's a good listener, I think. But I also talk to my family members too. But I also talk to my pet too. You know what I'm saying? So talk to your dog. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can also talk to your angel guides, your guidance, your angelic guidance that some people talk to. You can talk to them. You can talk to your ancestors. You can talk to any positive spirit that you believe is a positive spirit. You can talk to God. If you believe in Jesus, talk to Jesus about it. Pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Talk to somebody. Get it off your chest. Don't hold it in. You gotta let it go. Okay? So the next thing is you want to eliminate your limiting beliefs. So some of the limiting beliefs that you may tell yourself is that I could never be alone and I will never find someone who loves me. I'm not enough. Those dark thoughts that you can think to yourself. Whenever you do that, you want to correct them with positive things. Like, I'm open to what the universe has in store for me. I love myself and deserve the best. This will help you kind of open up that gate of unlimited beliefs and believing in yourself. If you haven't watched my video, I made a video about, I think, 10 ways to believe in yourself, inspired by Tony Robbins. So make sure to check that out. I believe it can really help you, especially if you're having a hard time believing in yourself. Stay off the social medias. Now it's so easy, especially whenever you just broke up with somebody, or you got into an argument with somebody, or you just feel like you need to let go of that person, or whatever the case may be. It's so easy to jump on the Snap, or jump on the Gram, or jump on the Facebook, or wherever, to look at that person and see what they're up to, or even just run across happy couples. That does stuff to you psychologically and can make you prolong the point that you get into your life where you've actually let go and you're actually better off. So if you want to speed up the process of letting go of somebody and soften that band-aid, ripping that band-aid off, stay off of social media. Because that's going to drive you crazy. I used to do this. I've done this before. Whenever I would break up with somebody, or they would break up with me, I would look them up on Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook, just to see what they're up to, or see if they watch my story, or see if they're even online, especially if they haven't answered back to my text. So, I figured out, if I delete just Instagram or Snapchat off my phone for at least a week, I would be over that person in about a week. I wouldn't be so stressed over that person and just my world stopped. Like, no, my world's going to keep on going regardless. It hurts, but I find that if you stay off of social media, it helps. Like, do a whole entire social media detox. Like, it's going to help so much. So especially if these social medias aren't paying you and putting fat stacks in your pocket, there's no reason for you to be on them like that. So it's a good way to keep in contact with your friends and family. But if you're going through a breakup, or if you're trying to get over somebody, you do not need social media in your phone right then and there. If your family members want to hit you up, they got your number. 9 times out of 10, they should have your number. If your family members are friends, they should have your number. So trust me, you're not gonna be missed like that on social media, especially if you're not getting paid off of them hoes. Either way. So the best thing to do is just stay off of social media, especially when you're going through that breakup, or the act of letting go of somebody. The next thing to do is, well, the fourth thing to do is keep busy, move along, keep swimming, just keep swimming, keep going. Life is a journey. Your life should not be fixated on this one person. There's a million other people out in the world. And I guarantee you, when you start working more on yourself and you really take that time to develop who you are and become better, you're going to attract more people to you, but better quality people to you. Now, for some people, this can happen within a couple weeks. For some people, this may take some time, but it's going to happen. Just know that. Keep going. Your world is not over. You can pick yourself up and know that it's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. And know that this is part of your journey. This is part of your story. Okay? So, there's really no point of laying down in bed all day, being depressed, not trying to get back to your life. This is a great opportunity to join a club, do a hobby. If you already have one, good. Dive more into that hobby. Hang out with family and friends. Just keep moving along. It's okay, because the more you are steady thinking about that person, trust me, that person is not thinking about you. They're not. Okay? So you keep moving. And when you keep moving and you do you, that person is going to feel that gravitational pull away from them, that you're not feeding into them as much as they thought that you were. It always happens. Trust me, it's going to happen. So just know that You are in control of your own life. You are in control of your own destiny. You are the creator of your own life. And although somebody may not seem like they want to be a part of your life, it's because it's not meant to be right then and there. Okay? And you cannot keep on forcing it. You have to keep moving. Keep moving. Move along. Keep going. Now, a part of moving along is self-care. You have to understand that letting go of somebody is not easy. It's tough. It's tough. Um, let's say if you're getting out of a divorce, or if you literally just lost somebody, that's where you need to do self-care the most. And I'm not talking about drinking and turning up. I'm talking about really sitting with those emotions and getting over them and taking care of yourself. So, one thing that I love to do with self love and self care is I love taking spiritual baths. I love meditating. I love doing fasting. And I love writing stuff down in my journal. That really helps me kind of take care of myself more. Exercising, I love exercising regardless, but I really find self care for me is working, on myself, of course, but taking spiritual baths, journaling, really channeling my energy to a more positive way of thinking. And because I know for me, I can beat myself up mentally pretty bad, but I found whenever I journal things down and really write things down and think about them, that helps me get on the right track. And working out is a very great way of taking self-care. I do that, like I said, regardless, because I just find it helps me release a lot of stress that I have throughout my everyday to day life. So, eating healthy, that helps too. So, really taking care of yourself. Whatever you think self-care is, do it to the best of your abilities, but do it healthily. Don't do it to damage yourself, like drinking or doing drugs. Find a healthy way to take care of yourself. Keep busy. The saying that I had down here is, what does it say? Single taken and then doing me. Oh, let me go back. Single taken or too busy doing me. So be busy doing you. Stay busy doing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do you. Do you. Pick up a hobby. Start a business. You know what I'm saying? Get financially straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do you. Life goes on. It's okay. It's all right. Understand that the universe always has something in store for you. Okay? And know that the universe they see you. They see you. They see you. And don't think just because things aren't working out the way that you expected them to work out, don't think that the universe is not paying attention, because the universe is. So give yourself time to heal. Know that this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process. First, like I said, for some people, it can take them a week to get over somebody. For some people, it can take them years to get over somebody. But as long as you are consciously doing things that's going to help you let go, it's going to help, I guess, the universe do its job. Okay? It's going to help. So once you let go of that resistance, you're going to allow the universe to do its job. As long as you are holding on to that person, the universe is not going to be able to do its job. Okay? So, hope you've enjoyed this video. Moving on is not the easiest thing, but if you give it time and you really consciously do things throughout the day that will help you move on, it's going to be a lot easier than what you expect. This is not the time to be depressed. It's the time to get up and shine. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.